republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Sandy is going to, come on in, sir.
Yep.
Okay, Sandy, you can,
Roll call.
roll call, please.
Mr. Bayo.
Here.
Mr. Pearson.
Here.
Stevens.
Here.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Mr. McDermott.
Here.
And Mr. Domkowski is absent, and Mr. Cortez is absent. Mr. Stevens.
Here.
Yeah. Okay, Marco, we're live. Okay, great.
Joe, can I move something up on the agenda?
Sure.
Okay, so everybody, this is Eric Mulowski. He is our auditor. He performs the audit. An audit has to be done of the agency and has to be submitted by September 30 here every year. Yeah, basically 3 months from the year end. And he's provided draft copies of the financial statement with a management letter. And Eric, you just want to go through and give us a high level of what's going on here?
This is it.
Very high level.
That's the management letter. Right.
And basically, as a board, we're accepting the audit. We're not approving the audit. But before, it was just me and another couple committee members. We would have it. But I thought it was important for Eric to come. Eric also does our parish reporting, which is a cumbersome process. And the audit actually gets attached to the parish report also.
So we're done, I'll make a couple signatures.
Yep.
Okay, the very high level, the first 3 pages is all the required wording of the audit report. Second paragraph on the first page, in our opinion, financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respect the financial position of the agency as of June 30, 2025. So that's the clean opinion. That's what we want to have. The other is required wording just for this type of audit, being governmental as opposed to a for-profit company. Pages 4, 5, and 6 are the management discussion and analysis pages. I think we went into page 7 this year as well. A little bit more going on, and we and Sandy worked on this and helped beef things up a little bit for the new projects. Page 8 is the statement of net position, or the balance sheet, if you will. A bit stronger than the year before. Of course, land and improvements are up $250,000 from the year before. Let's see, cash is down. The lease receivable, that's just a nightmare in itself. That goes up and down each year. There's a current and a long-term portion of that in the lower part of the assets. Let's see, notes receivable, the EK grant loan is going down each year. It'll be done in a couple of years. Accounts payable are about the same. Crew compensation absences up a little bit. The net position or the net assets down slightly. That is due to the loss we'll see on the next page. Shouldn't call it a loss, decrease in net position. Revenue was down from the year before, a little over 100,000. Operating expenses are detailed on the next page. They're down about 100,000 as well. Investment income is way down, and the overall decrease is about 61,000. Page 10, statements of operating expenses. This shows a side-by-side comparison. The only real difference, pilots are a bit higher than the year before. Wages are up a wee bit. Depreciation's down a little bit. Statement of cash flows, this is just a reconciliation of the net decrease in net position to cash at the end of the year. That 250 in capital expenditures, that's the purchase of the land on Edward Street. The footnotes start on page 12, 13, 14, pretty standard. 15 brings out the notes receivable, the current and the long-term portion. Compensated deficits is down below. Page 16, the top is the changes in the capital assets and the accumulated depreciation during the course of the year. Restricted, that's down a wee bit. Let's see, page 17, 17 and 18, release footnotes, that's part of the nightmare from the balance sheet side. Leases have to be capitalized now, meaning they show on the balance sheet as an asset and liability. These footnotes detail the future payments that are expected to be received. Liquidity, that's another required piece. Page 19. This is the schedule of changes in that position versus the budget. Even though there was a decrease in that position overall, it was worked out better than the projected budget did. Schedule of bond indebtedness, there's none for 2025. And the last two pages are another required report. The independent auditors report on internal control over financial reporting and compliance and other matters based on an audit performed in accordance with government auditing standards. Let's see. This one is also clean. It does refer to the management letter. I'll just go through this briefly, because this could generate some questions, especially page 2, and we'll outline this for Tracy. Hopefully, this will get better. Especially C and D, the purchase of the Edward Street land was recorded to miscellaneous expense. That's when we had to reclassify depreciation on it was recorded on the Main Street property that was sold in 22. So we had to remove that. The Forest Avenue property that was sold was never on the agency's books. And I don't know why this is happening, but depreciation, instead of being, the credits being recorded to accumulated depreciation, they're going to the assets themselves. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. Questions?
So,
Is that too quick?
no,
I just want to point one thing out to the board, because maybe we don't have a full understanding of what happens. Eric said our revenue is down, and if you look at the next page, between 9 and 10, our expenses are also down. We don't net things, and that's what Eric's referring to about the cumulative depreciation. They shouldn't be netted in the building, but we don't net revenue and expenditures. So in 24, we had $190,000 worth of grant income. We had zero. We had $183,000 worth of expenses. We had zero in 25. So that can swing it in an agency like this. A project, we could have one huge project that would say our revenue is way up. It's not indicative that the agency is not doing as well when the revenue is necessarily down. That's all I wanted to make sure the board understood.
so I just want to make a comment too. So Mike and Eric, so when we do this Edward Street project,
right now, we invested on buying the 250,000 for the property. Next year, if the project and the pilot gets into play, we're going to have an increase in revenue, correct? Of whatever, a percentage of that pilot payment. And depending if you're selling the land or retaining it yourself. Okay, right, we're gonna get our money back, like we said, remember, we had to put up the money and then we're gonna get that 250 back eventually, plus we're gonna get pilot money that's gonna bring our revenue back to us, a better number, even though I don't think it's in a bad state, correct?
No.
Okay,
Not at all.
all right. When, the state always has questions on the pilot after it's done, I'm sure they will again this year, but, every year we try and fine tune it a little bit more and reduce the number of questions. Okay. All right, any questions from the board? And so tonight, Mike, we're gonna have to,
I guess we have to accept the audit, make a motion to accept the audit, of which then it can be put through to the state, put onto the Paris report that Eric's gonna do. So I mean, I will make a motion to accept the audit.
okay.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Bill will second it. Okay, Sandy, any questions? Sandy, call the roll.
Mr. Vale?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi? And Mr. McDermott?
Yes.
Okay. So, anything else we need to talk about with this audit?
No.
Now, before you move on, I'll need your,
Yeah.
so that's graph on the MD&A, which you wrote. And then this is the management representation letter. This allows us to finish up everything and release the reports.
Thank you. We have a lot of board members. I didn't want to just run it through committee without
Right.
and having an opportunity.
Eric and the firm is part of our payroll. We have to have, what is it, Mike? We have to have an auditor, we have to have.
Tracy Fremantle actually does the books. Nobody here's probably ever met her. She's independent. She's actually a Shenenda, I think she is still at Shen. She went to Shenendahowa as their treasurer of the school district. I don't know if she's still there or she's moved on, but, and she does our books on the side. So Sandy and Tracy work together, then we hire Eric's firm because we're required to have an audit. Eric's firm comes in, does the audit, Eric and his firm does the Paris report.
And the most important pilot for the state. So the state gets all the information of what we're up to and what we're doing. The budget piece of that's already been done. They moved that up to May now, I believe, every year. So one piece is done.
Yeah.
We'll get the rest of it done in and done by the end of the month.
Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. If I do it.
I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be in the office all day tomorrow.
Thanks, sir.
Quick question, when's our fiscal year start?
July 1.
I think I can-
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, so we, that's why we have to have this by September 30, because you have 3 months under the authority budget office to get the audit done. Yeah, it's weird, we're on a, July 1 to June 30, but then we do everything as a board. January 1, we have our re-org meeting.
Right.
It's,
Calendar year,
Yeah.
fiscal year.
so it's a little odd,
Yeah.
but.
Okay. I don't.
All right, oh, thank you.
Public comment, the only thing I'd like to say during public comment is I'd like to welcome Joe McDermott to our board. Common Council legislated Joe, I believe, last week. And you signed the book with the clerk,
Thank you,
so you are an official voting member now, and welcome.
thank you.
Joe you should work with Joe, see what committee he wants to get on.
True.
Since the committee list is here,
Uh-huh.
and
Where do
Yeah.
you need me? I'm kind of flexible.
if you have an expertise or something you like to do, I know there's some duplicates there, so
Uh-huh.
don't worry if we have, 3 is a quorum, or 3 is not a quorum. So we can only
Yeah.
have 3 on the committee.
Is your expertise finance?
Finance and planning. You want to take it on?
My spot in the finance?
Want to give it up? That means, that's not a good sign.
Give it up?
Yet you want to give it up.
It runs smoothly.
All right,
Just say,
but,
you have to.
Listen, there's nothing to talk about at Dunkin' Donuts. See what I'm saying?
Okay, what did you do?
So Joe's gonna be
Joe's
on the
gonna be-
finance for Pat.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. All right, back to the agenda, number 5, approval of the minutes of the July 24th meeting. I'll need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion Pat Bea,
I'll second it.
seconded Mike Rossi. Any discussion on the minutes? All right, Sandy, call the roll.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi and Mr. McDermott?
Yes.
Okay, that was a double yes.
I know.
All right, moving to number 6, the treasurer's report, bills and invoices. Mike?
Treasurer's report, August, our cash is $1,054,000 general. We have that $90,000, basically that's jobs for Amsterdam that we can make loans with. There's been a lot of discussion, Joe doesn't know this yet, about can we make loans with our general cash? We would like to. We're also still, I saw the person from the Fulton Montgomery County Chamber the other day. She was still working on some stuff about the 300,000 you discussed with her.
Right.
So we might be getting a large loan pool that would be for any business in Amsterdam. We'd be able to administer that, take it over from the chamber. So that's the treasurer's report. We're up quite a bit of money for the month over month. Bills and invoice resolution, a lot of pilots here, not a lot of other expenses. You can see this is the resolution. We have some payroll, but pilots are money that we collect for the taxing authorities, City of Amsterdam, Montgomery County, and the school district. And here, we're collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars and giving them back to them for the pilots that we've done. And that is basically how we make revenue here. We do pilots, we do projects, we get a fee for that, and then for the next 10 years, we bill the owner for, the pilot payments, and then we collect them and remit them to the city. So I'll make a motion to have a resolution to pass the bills and invoice resolution.
Okay,
Second?
need a second.
I'll second it.
Jim, second. Any discussion?
Okay, guys, I also need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
All right.
I move to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll
Okay,
second.
Joe,
Second?
Second.
second, Bill.
All right. Cole? Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
And Mr. McDermott?
Yes.
And that's for both. So an invoice and treasurer's report.
Perfect. Okay, chairman's report. Dan couldn't make the meeting. He did say that I just want to let everyone know that Dan was in favor, building and grounds. Dan Dunkowski, he did say he was in favor of paving Woman Drive as we're going to. He said, yes, I agree, we should do it. Gabriel always does a great job. So we're going to accept that later in new business from the Building and Grounds Committee.
That road's not off of Exit Street, right? It's off the, what road's that
It's
off of?
in the Edson Street Industrial Park,
Yeah,
and it's called Woman Drive at the intersection where Dandriano Drive is. It's a dead-end street.
okay.
It's where the old Washburn's
Okay.
freezer refrigeration building was.
All right.
And that road has never been paved, so it's going to be recommended that we pave it. The other, and I guess I wanted to say that we did, I got 3 bids, competitive, same specs. And we're gonna move to do that. I attended the Mohawk Valley Regional Economic Development Council meeting the end of August. And all of a sudden there was like hush in the building and they said, there's a special guest coming to this meeting. And it was at the college in Utica. And all of a sudden the governor walked in and she announced the yogurt, I want to say Chobani, huge Chobani factory where the Griffiths Air Force Base was, and it was a big to-do, so we were there. She's not coming to the next meeting. The next meeting's in Johnstown. I'll let everyone know in case you want to attend. I'll let people know that I'm going to attend, and if any of the board members want to go. It's Thursday, September 25th. It's coming up. It's at FMCC at the Allen House. It's 11:30 in the morning. And who knows, maybe the governor will show up and make another announcement. All right.
Joe, what is the meeting? Is it just an economic council meeting?
It's just an economic council meeting of their group, which we are part of the group.
Gotcha.
We are on the eastern fringe of the group.
So there's no big announcement that you know of?
No, this is all they sent me. I just want to also let you know that Klaus Beckman has met his requirements on the Beckman building. If you recall, we gave Chuck, put together a contract with Klaus, and Klaus had to repair a lot of that old building. That building, I guess, was built, one of the oldest mill buildings, one of the first probably drug building in the city, behind the DPW over on Park Street, I believe it is, Park Drive. Anyway, Klaus did meet his requirement, and he's been hiring local contractors, and he's been fixing all the membranes of this old building. So we're happy with that.
We own that building.
Okay.
We rent that house.
What's his employment?
Not sure.
Do you know, Mike?
I think it's 25 people, maybe.
25?
25? He does a whole bunch of defense contracting. We had to build fences, walls, so nobody could see what was going on.
And if you get a chance to go down there, go check it out, the building, and you'll see that there's a big swath of land that we own that was once the parking lot for the mills. And so that's a potential developable piece of property, because Klaus does very little, he does use tractor trailers, but not like the mill used to back in the day, so. That's about it for now. I know there might be something else that comes across that I'll just chime in and let you know, but other than that, my biggest task was meeting all those contractors up at the Bowman Drive and getting them to follow up with bids before it gets too cold and we can't pave, so. Attorney report?
Just my normal duties, did have a little bit of legal research to do on a topic, but pretty much normal couple guys.
Any committee reports? Pat?
Well, the committee report that we just met tonight, or this afternoon, and we went over the bids, and we're recommending that we enter into an agreement with Gabriel. And it was also recommended by the city engineer. He reviewed the bids and made that recommendation. So we're going to make that recommendation to the board to enter into an agreement with them to do the paving.
Good. Since we're talking about it, should we have a motion and make a motion right now?
Yeah, well, but in addition to that, it came out of the committee meeting kind of extemporaneously, it wasn't planned, that we sell the portion of the Chalmers land back to the city. They've, have some interest in it. And, I'm gonna sponsor a resolution that we sell the land, the remaining Chalmers land back to the city.
Can I ask our attorney something on this?
Yes,
So Chuck, when we were talking earlier, I want to sell the entire Chalmers land. I don't want the agency, but maybe I'm thinking this wrong. I don't want the agency to retain a piece of property that we've given the city a right of way on. Like, I don't want to sell them the other half and retain this boardwalk. Like, I want to get rid of the whole property. Is that wrong or?
No, we would transfer everything, including any right of ways.
Okay, yeah, that's all. I
we
want to.
transfer everything, but I think they're in agreement, I think they indicated they're interested in purchasing the remaining land that's not on the, boardwalk. They purchase it for, parking.
Yeah, and I just don't want any liability.
Yeah.
Why do we gotta be involved with the Army Corps of Engineers
Yeah.
and that other side of the boardwalk and all that? If we're gonna sell them that, let's get everything gone.
Do they want to buy everything?
They wanted to buy the remaining land that's not being used for the boardwalk for parking.
All right, so what Mike is saying, he wants to sell everything,
Or-
including that.
Or I want to somehow get rid of it to them. I don't need necessarily money.
So the price of the parking would include the whole project?
You tell me that, I'm just trying to understand.
Let me jump in. Chuck, you remember when we had Amanda Bearcroft was our director,
Yeah.
and you put together the paperwork, the easement. Does an
Yeah.
easement mean that we can't sell it anymore to them
Well,
because they already have it?
so we owned it, and we granted them an easement already, so if they buy it
So it's
all,
theirs. Okay.
well, they have an easement over our land. So if I'm hearing that you don't want to have any more ties, then you need to sell everything
Okay.
Okay,
as well.
Yeah, you were right.
yeah, okay. Then that would be my recommendation, that we sell the entire,
I'll second that resolution.
Okay.
You don't want to be responsible for a little piece of something,
No.
not, and just for not,
Yeah,
reason.
It's about 1.3 maybe acres. and
it's on the peripheral
Yeah.
of the land that's gonna be the boardwalk, and that boardwalk, I mean, when I saw it at the Italian Fest, it's huge.
I haven't been down there yet, I gotta go down and see it.
It's like a, and then the surrounding area with the splash pads and then the traffic, that foot traffic that's gonna go, it's not gonna be much there for development other than parking, which is what I think they want.
So you want to work with the city, you want to, get back to me, you and I both
We'll
try to
do- we'll do,
negotiate.
We don't have enough for a resolution.
Yeah, okay,
We
so-
need to know an amount of money.
Okay, so then,
So that
let's
can just,
approach the city, and the person who brought it up to me was the deputy mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy wanted to sell it, so we should go through our liaison or directly to the mayor.
It's up to you guys, whatever you think, Chuck.
I'm not, our normal
Well, why don't-
process.
why don't-
I think the mayor's gonna have the final
You want me
say.
to, you want me to
Whoever has the
investigate
final
it?
say, go right to
You
them.
guys are willing to sell it, should we?
Yeah, somebody should reach out to someone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the protocol.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
reach
that's
out
a
to
director's
the,
job.
I'll reach out to the
Well,
mayor.
I mean, so you're not end running Carpenter, just,
Right, I'll talk to him
Yeah.
and then I'll get a meeting with
maybe
him.
he can go with you.
Yes.
Talk to the
Good
mayor.
idea.
And Jimmy.
Yeah,
So no resolution.
so no resolution
Okay.
on that as yet, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the resolution to pave Woolman Drive, and Pat said Gabriel Construction at $15,500.
I'll sponsor that.
All
It's a
right,
resolution?
that's the
I'll
resolution.
second it.
Mike will second it. Discussion on it? All right, call the roll, Sandy.
Mr. Bayo?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes,
Mr. Stevens?
Yes,
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. McDermott?
Yes.
All right, any old business?
Just the old business, you gave me an application for 5-quarter mobile
Right.
Ducati. He's looking for a loan to expand his kitchen,
How much?
50,000. And it would augment his kitchen there, and he could, I think he's talking about hiring a couple people.
And
But it
he's
would really
he's borrowed money from us,
afford
and
to pay
been a
that.
very good
Yeah, so
client.
we usually run something like that through a committee, I think. Is there a loan committee?
Well, the finance committee can do it.
Is an application you filled out?
Joe just gave me the application. He had one before, I guess he just.
Yeah, run it through the committee.
And then when it comes back, we'll get a committee meeting
Yep.
and Joel will take a look at it.
Remember, those, we typically, those are, we give you all the money loans. Those are, when you need stuff, we give you checks for it,
Yeah, it's for equipment, so.
so we can do it that way. I think that's how we did it with last time.
Yeah.
But we
There's no
you can
grant for
do,
the equipment.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you talk to down the hall?
No.
I don't know.
I think he was looking to do this because it was cleaner and less complicated.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay,
Down the hall.
under new business,
It is.
under new business, it looks like we already passed the audit resolution, correct, Mike?
Yes.
So we can skip 12. Is there any need for an executive session? All right, well, it looks like we could have a motion to adjourn. I'll get back to the Building and Grounds Committee once I hear from Chris Carpenter and the mayor if they're interested, and then we can come up with a price.
I don't see why they wouldn't be interested, because they need parking, and we're not using that.
No, and we have to
We
pay
haven't
money
had-
each year, we have to insure it and all
We,
this. so-
we haven't had, we've been insuring it, we've been paying NCON, CT Mail for having them review the property for any sort of anything bad happening, anything oozing onto the ground, which it doesn't. Every year we get a clean slate. One thing, I knew there was one other thing. Antonio Johnson had said Edward Street project. The application was submitted on time on 9/11 for financing. The team was very happy with the application and is optimistic regarding its competitiveness and award. Expected to hear back from, and then he wrote HCR, and I said, what is HCR? I'm sure it's Home and Community Renewal. They provide financing for this project.
Do the retro.
Right. And we should be hearing back either January or February if we get awarded the money to, or the developer gets awarded to do the project.
Joe, one other thing, did we apply for that trail grant as part of that?
We
you
did.
do that?
We submitted that, Sandy and I submitted that from our office, and we're waiting to hear from that as well.
Okay, good.
And that, I think, is gonna be a good, solid application because of the Chuctanunda connection, the Chuck Trail connection. So,
I'm glad that got submitted.
so that's it. If there's, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, need a second? All right, call the roll, Sandy.
Second.
Bill did.
Mr. Vega,
Yes.
Mr. Pearson,
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
and Mr. McDermott.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That was a record. That was a quick meeting.
Look at that.
Yay.
That was, the only thing signed.